Hey everybody, I'm Steve Owens. I'm your tournament director for the Georgia Bass Nation Kayak Series. I want to welcome all of you to the official captains meeting for the Lake Eufaula event. First off, I want to start by thanking you for all of the messages, emails, phone calls, text, inquiries about this series. It's been a long time coming to get the trail series off the ground and running. This season we're fortunate enough already to have, I think, 67 dues paid members so far, and we're just at our first event. Want to thank Lake Point Marina and the resort down there, Mayor Jack Tibbs from Eufaula. They've been phenomenal in getting us set up to come down there and fish their lake. Just a brief, quick overview of the series structure. Reach out to me for that later. I don't want to take a lot of time in this video to explain it, but this season we have 4 regular events that will culminate in a state championship on Lake Seminole in November. From that state championship, the top 10% will qualify for the Bassmaster Bass Nation Kayak Series Championship, and next year that will be held in the Southeast somewhere again. More specifically, the Knoxville area is where the Bassmaster Classic is going to be held. So hopefully the Kayak Championship Lake gets announced pretty soon. Expect that to be within a few hours of the check-in location of Knoxville for awards on Friday then. Really excited about that. Thank all of you for the support last season, for everything we had going on. From each event, we'll have the top 15 anglers, so that'll be 60 total, qualifying through the series. We'll extend that to the grassroots clubs as well, having their top 3 anglers in their Angler of the Year programs systems that will be able to fish the state championship as well. They'll be able to have time to join and pay their Bass Nation dues before that event in November. Really excited about that. You Georgia people are very receptive and share a lot of information that's helped me get this structured this year and get it off the ground. So having said all that, we'll go on and move into the official rules portion. It's your responsibility as the angler to click the link on the Tourney X page that says view rules, and that'll let you download the rules in their entirety. In that rules sheet, you will see some pictures of how you can photograph your fish. Our rules vary from the National Open Series some, and they're going to be different than what you fish in your grassroots clubs. And that's going to be the nature of kayak fishing for some time until everyone has a universal set of rules, and that may never happen. So pay attention to those. You are allowed to put your hand on the fish. You are allowed to hold on to the tail of the fish. Position it whatever way you need to on the measuring board to get your good length. The mouth has to be closed, facing left, touching the bump board fence of your hog trough or catch board. You can't use any other measuring board other than those 2 I just named. This is a 5-fish tournament, 5-fish limit. The minimum length for each fish is 12 inches. You'll be issued an identifier code Friday evening, the night before the tournament. You're allowed to write that code on your hand, on a card, put it on the catch holder, tag holder, or a tourney tag if that's what you have. You can write it on anything that you need, so long as that code is in the picture, able to be read in the photograph of your fish. Do a good job taking the picture of your fish. That's your responsibility. If you don't take a good photograph and we can't get the exact measurements or tell the things that need to be captured off of that fish submission, then that's your fault. So make sure you check your pictures before you release your fish and make sure that they're not blurry due to a drop of water or just, fingerprint or fish slime, hopefully. So be certain to check that. With that fish, you'll have, as I said, facing left, mouth closed, dorsal fin up. You can't cover the eye. You can't have your hand under the gill plate. So that's things that you'll need to remember on that fish. A few safety highlights. You need to have a PFD on at all times. This launch is going to be in dim lit weather and lighting, so you'll need to have a 360 light of some sort on your kayak. If you don't have one, then you're still allowed to fish the tournament, but you can't launch and go to your spot. You have to wait till it's safe light. If you have any questions on that during the day of the tournament, reach out to me and I'll tell you if it's safe light enough for you to launch. Don't leave anything to question. My phone number is on the Tourney X app. and I'll typically message it the night of the tournament as well so that you have that. So after your lighting, from there, just use your basic common sense. Use angler etiquette when you're fishing, please. Keep your distance from other anglers. If you're going around an angler, give them a wide berth. Move plenty of distance away from them. Communicate with them and let them know, hey, I'm going to fish ahead of you. Is that okay? And just communicate. We don't have very many rules with that. So the itinerary for the weekend: on Friday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, practice is closed. You have to be off the water and your stuff put up for the day. At 8 p.m. Central Time, the identifier will be released. And at 11 p.m. at night, registration will close. If you're having problems registering, that happens sometimes just due to computer glitch or just inexperience with the app, then reach out to me and I'll make certain that you get entered. Saturday, the day of the event, the launch times are 5:30 a.m. Central Time. First cast lines in is at 6 a.m. Central Time. Lines out is at 2 p.m. Central Time. Last fish submission is 3 p.m. Central Time. And you need to check back in with us at 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time at the Lake Point State Park Lodge. That's 2nd Avenue, Eufaula, Alabama. That's plenty of time to get back. As you can see behind me, some of our good sponsors are on this check, and very thankful for all of them stepping up. We've got prizes from all of them: NetBait, Seagar, Dakota Lithium, Dugout Bait and Tackle, Douglas Raj, Bahio Sunglasses. And we've got a few more that I'm probably failing to mention there. The launches and boundaries for this event: anglers are permitted to fish and launch on all public water on Lake Eufaula. Acceptable launches will be all public ramps, pay ramps that are open to the public, and public access areas. Once you've launched, you are allowed to fish above the launch boundary so long as you've gained access from your kayak. So I'm just going to read these verbally. There's a good graphic that we have on here as well that gives you pinpoints for those launch boundaries. Kawiki Creek, that's all forks of it. The launch boundary for this tributary will be the ramp at Gamage Road 97. The Chattahoochee River, the Riverbend Park will be the launch boundary for that. The Hatchatuby Creek, the launch boundary will be the Hatchatuby Creek Park ramp and access area. Patawala, I hope I do these right, Creek, the launch boundary is 39 Eufaula Highway. And the southern physical boundary will be the Walter F. George Lock and Dam. You can't lock through and go through there. So again, it's angler responsibility to check your licenses. Motors are allowed in this event. It's up to you to follow that registration process as well. Again, remember, when you're reaching out to me with a dispute of some sort, that needs to happen immediately so that we can get that handled during the day. Once the event's concluded, we're done. So make certain that you speak up if you have a question about something, and there's nothing wrong with that. That helps us all keep our integrity. It keeps the integrity of the series intact, and no one's upset about it. It's anonymous, and it stays with me and my panel of directors and the committee that we go through for dispute process. Having said that, every rules infraction is not cheating, and every rules infraction does not instigate an immediate disqualification from an event. There are penalties that we assess during based on our discretion. So feel free to reach out with any questions that you have. Don't leave any gray area that could cost you an event. With your photographs, it's key to remember, do not edit the photographs whatsoever. Don't crop them, don't rotate them, don't flip them, don't lighten them, darken them, anything like that. Leave them unadulterated 100%. So again, all of the rules are linked on this page. If you're having trouble with that, shoot me a message and I'll get them emailed to you. Other than that, again, we just want to thank everyone for reaching out and making this series what's hopefully going to be a huge success. We paid 10% of the field. We're 100% payback thanks to our sponsors. Hog Farmer Bait Company here in Tennessee has stepped in as our Big Bass Prize sponsor, so that always pays well. And again, our Angler of the Year, which is your best 3 events throughout the year, is going to be $1,000 cash donated by Carl Black Chevrolet. There's an office or a dealership in Kennesaw, Georgia, as well as Nashville, Tennessee. So reach out to us if you've got any questions for them, as well as any of these sponsors on here. Remember, try to shop local. Like I said, we have our title sponsor is Dugout Bait and Tackle, as you see up top. Reach out to us for anything you need there. We also have dugoutfishing.com where you can order online. Thank all of you. Again, reach out to me if there are any questions. Don't leave anything to chance. And have fun. And I thank all of you. And I look forward to seeing you at the check-in. We won't have a meal provided at this one, so by all means, stop and grab you something and get there safely. Just communicate with me, and please try to use the check-in and check-out function on Tourney X for this event. Appreciate it. Thanks.